Hello, listeners, and welcome back to Media Times, your #1 destination for deep dives into global events, African geopolitics, and the real stories behind the headlines. Today's episode is a follow-up to the breaking news we reported earlier, a breaking news that shook West Africa for a few tense hours. It looked like Benin Republic had fallen to yet another military coup. Soldiers stormed the state television, announced they had seized power, and for a moment it seemed like the region was witnessing another successful takeover. But in just a few hours, everything flipped. The government fought back fast, and they won. Today on the Media Times podcast, we're unpacking what really happened, how the coup started, why it failed so quickly, the mysterious international phone calls, and the deeper power struggle shaping West Africa's future. Stay tuned. What you're about to hear goes far beyond what the headlines are telling you.
This story began in the early hours of Sunday morning. Before dawn, a group of soldiers led by Lieutenant Colonel Patrice stormed Benin Republic's national television station. While most of Cotonou was still asleep, they went on air declaring President Patrice Talon had been removed, the constitution suspended, government institutions dissolved, borders closed, political activity banned, and airspace shut down. For a moment, Benin looked like the next domino in West Africa's growing cascade of coups, joining Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, and Guinea-Bissau. The soldiers appeared organized and confident, speaking of a new era of justice, fraternity, and reform. But there was one major problem. They controlled only the TV station, nothing else. Not the presidential residence, not the military headquarters, not government offices. By midday, the entire operation had collapsed. Benin's interior minister appeared on the same channel, announcing that loyalist forces had crushed the mutiny and arrested most of the coup soldiers. The rest, including the leader, were on the run.
But in those crucial hours, one question haunted everyone. Where was President Patrice Talon? There was silence, and in a coup situation, silence is dangerous. It signals either capture or collapse. Government aides issued vague statements saying he was safe, but no photos, no videos, no proof. Foreign embassies began sounding alarms. France reported gunfire near the presidential residence. The U.S. urged citizens to avoid Cotonou. Russia told its nationals to stay home. Then, finally, clarity arrived. A presidential advisor confirmed that President Talon was safe and at the French embassy. Let that sink in. The leader of a sovereign African nation fled to the embassy of its former colonial master during a coup attempt. But another twist was unfolding in the sky. Shortly after a phone call between French President Emmanuel Macron and Nigeria's President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Nigerian fighter jets entered Benin Republic's airspace. The official statement said Nigeria deployed aircraft to monitor the situation and protect regional stability. The jets later withdrew when the situation stabilized. But the timing? Too perfect to ignore. Macron posts that he just spoke with Tinubu. Minutes later, jets are airborne. Coincidence or coordination? You decide. Macron's message on X raised eyebrows. He wrote that he spoke with Tinubu and pledged to strengthen their partnership at his request. At whose request? Was Tinubu asking France, or was France nudging Nigeria? With Benin being one of France's last strong allies in the region, after losing Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, many believe France simply cannot allow a coup to succeed there. And Talon seeking refuge inside the French embassy adds a layer of political weight you can't ignore. Lieutenant Colonel Taichigri, the man who appeared confidently on TV, was now running for his life. Several soldiers have been arrested. More are being hunted down. But why did the coup fail when so many across West Africa have succeeded? 3 reasons. 1. The military command refused to join. 2. The plotters seized only the TV station, nothing more.
3, the government responded extremely fast. This was a coup on paper, not in reality. But here's the truth. Coups do not come from nowhere. They grow from political decay. And Benin has been boiling for months. The parliament extended presidential terms from 5 to 7 years. Opposition leaders were blocked from contesting elections. Only President Talon's hand-picked successor is allowed to run in 2026. Military officers complained about unfair promotions and neglect. Freedom House downgraded Benin's democracy ratings significantly. This coup failed, but the roots of the crisis remain intact. As West Africa watches, one question stands out. Did Benin show the region how to defeat a coup, or did it only delay the next one? Another question. Why did ECOWAS and the AU respond so quickly to this coup, but stayed silent when the constitution was manipulated to favor the president? And the final one. Why did President Talon run to the French embassy? Why did Macron call Tinubu? And why did Nigerian jets enter Benin's airspace immediately after that call? Listeners, the comment section is open. Tell me where you stand.
Thank you for staying with me on this special edition of Media Times. Remember, what you get here is not the filtered version. We bring you Africa's stories from Africa's perspective. If you want more deep dive episodes like this, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. I'm your host, Peter, and this has been the Media Times Podcast. Until next time, stay informed, stay aware, and stay awake. Goodbye for now.